I've been here almost 2 years now. I left Dallas, Texas, my career in Dallas, Texas, to come to India because I had an opportunity to build India's first AI university. Now, as clarification, the university is 3 years old, built on a 12-year-old college of business. So we do have some legacy, and I'll talk a little bit about that. So we call ourselves a restart. We're a restart, okay? So I've been here 2 years. When I arrived, we already had an initial AI policy, which is the UNESCO policy, which is less than 15%. So one of the things that I bring, the value I bring, is benchmarking against American universities. So when I went back and I spoke to my American colleagues after 1 year, I said we had to upgrade our policy to 50%. All right? Now we're on our third policy.
Okay.
The third policy is 100% AI. Okay?
So it was built.
Yes, it's built on our learnings.
15, 50, and 100.
15, 50, and now it's 100. So because when AI first entered academia, the students were using it, and what we discovered is they were developing all these bad habits. That's why we hear all this bad news about coming up with crazy answers. And so finally we have flipped it and said, they're going to use it, let's promote it. Now let's upskill all the faculty to learn how to teach with AI. So we just finished a 35-hour mandatory course for all of our faculty to be upskilled in AI. Even me, I took the test and I had to get certified in AI. And then we're flipping the curriculum as well. As soon as a student comes on campus, you're learning AI. We're teaching you proper usage of AI, including AI ethics. Then you go into marketing, accounting, engineering, design, music. Now you have a basic foundation. So that's where we are right now. In terms of data, okay, you may not know this, but in America, no UGC. In America, no exams. In America, very small QED. In America, the registrar is just posting grades and that's it. So when I came here, it's super complicated. So from a digitization perspective, simplification. Simplify. So whenever my team talks to me about, well, we need this, I said, okay, forget the digitization first. Let's get the process down. Make sure it's simplified. Now let's talk about how do we digitize it, all right? And so that's kind of where we are right now. Your second question, if that answers the first question, what we learned, policy doesn't work. Just let them go. But then we have to teach our faculty how to create smart assessment. So you hear stories of these faculty where it says, oh, I gave them this thing. It was an in-class exam and they flunked it. Well, that's because they're using a 20-year-old exam. So faculty have to do smart assessment, assuming that they're going to use AI. So what we've done is we are having our faculty assess problem solving instead of rote memory. And so our faculty has to come up with unique problems for them to learn how to solve using AI, okay? Blockchain. Blockchain did not take off the way that we thought it would take off. I was an early believer in blockchain. I invested in blockchain. I still have Bitcoin. Thank goodness Bitcoin is doing pretty well, but all the other ones disappeared. Now, before I talked about blockchain, let me talk about the dot-com boom. I was an entrepreneur in Silicon Valley, dot-com boom. Dot-com boom had a lot of hype until Amazon came. Amazon proved that you can actually sell something online. Then eBay came. eBay proved common people can use the internet for business. That's what did not happen with blockchain. There was no killer app. There was no killer app with blockchain. Everybody was just trading crypto. That's not really blockchain, right? That's just crypto. So I saw that coming and I shut down my blockchain program at my last institution because it was a very narrow program that didn't really do anything. And to make money in blockchain, most people don't know this, blockchain is basically public domain. You can't make money off of public domain software. And so nobody could build anything that people were willing to pay for. So all the fintech stuff in blockchain right now is basically making money off of moving money. You know that, right? A lot of finance business is just making money off of moving money. They didn't really build anything. So in AI, a second. So in AI, I think it's different because we do have killer apps.
Yeah.
There are lots of killer apps right now, and as a matter of fact, AI accelerates what I call rapid prototyping. So using AI, you're going to have rapid prototyping, and you're going to come up with lots of different killer apps. So that's why I shifted my whole life here to come to India for this purpose.
Excellent.